Congress has absolutely lost its plot in all ways, so they have nothing, no narrative and no story to tell. It's just disgruntled lot of leaders who want to point fingers at a very, very, a growing edifice, I would say, a monolith that we have built across the nation the last 10 years. What we have done is no small, event. It's no small feat what we have achieved over the last 10 years for the country, because it's not a rhetoric. It is actual facts. Because just like what Congress spokesperson said, I'm in Sindhudurg now in Maharashtra. I've seen what kind of benefits the beneficiaries are. They're claiming that they've got from the Modi government. It's not just statistical, data that's floating around in policy circles. It's what's penetrated to the ground. The kind of revolution that we have seen, the development revolution, the digital revolution, the platforms that we have created for subsidy transfers right to the last mile. So these are the things that have revolutionized India. It's a total transformation from 2014 till now. The last 10 years, it's not just rhetoric. It is actual work on ground that has happened. It has reached the poorest of the poor, and we've lifted 35 crore people out of poverty. So what?
Okay, all right. So Vinita ji, okay. If we put aside the schemes and the houses and the toilets and put aside that for a second, the argument from the opposition is an institutional, ideological argument. They are saying that you are a threat to institutions and democracy itself. How do you respond to that?
Absolutely not. We have seen the number of institutions that we have done over the last 10 years. So many IITs, so many IIMs, so many AIMS. What more do you need? What do you mean by institutional freedom? We are against against corruption of all kinds, and we would use all our means to end corruption of all sorts. We have seen the kind of corruption, the kind of scams that have surfaced over the last so many years before 2014, and how the coalition partners have actually brought down the UPA too. We have seen that in scam after scam, and even now they're not able to stitch up an alliance. They're not able to cement an alliance, for God's sake, and then they point fingers at a monolith, at a structure that BJP is actually not at all impacted by these kind of allegations, because we know where we are going. We know our story of Vikas, and we know where we are headed, and we have seen the kind of validation that we're getting state after state, election after election.
Okay. So if we can all buy into the concept that we all aspire for a better India tomorrow, a Viksit Bharat, nobody can really dispute that we all want a Viksit Bharat. Vinita ji, why would continuation of a government under Prime Minister Modi for a third term help advance the cause of Viksit Bharat better than a term, let's say, under the Congress or in the opposition?
No, I mean, the story is for all to read. We've seen the kind of promises. There's no promise. The guarantees that they've set, in Karnataka and wherever they've promised, it's all fallen through. They're not able to deliver on their promises. We've seen the corruption that has emerged already in Karnataka. We've seen the mayhem that's happening in the states, that they've won elections by just fooling the people with their kind of guarantees and the farm loan waivers and so on and so forth. We have seen the kind of development that we have seen the last 10 years. Have we ever become the 5th largest economy and poised to become the 3rd largest economy from the fragile 5? And it's not just the economy, it's a 360-degree revolution of development that we have seen, right from the lowest level to the highest level. There is so much of egalitarianism now. There is so much of Vikas now. Now we're going to go from just basic amenities. We had to build basic amenities from 2014. The kind of coverage that we had for all our programs, for all the basic amenities, was just below 15% or so in 2014. We've taken it to almost 100%. Now we're going to go to the aspirational needs of the people. We're going to go to innovation. We're going to go to artificial intelligence. We're going to take the country to the next level. That is Viksit Bharat that we have a vision. We have a clear vision of what Viksit Bharat should look like.
The last word is Sujata, as I did the first. Vinita ji, you wanted to make a point? Go ahead.
No, just to answer your point, it's all about leadership. Without a concrete and a solid leadership, we couldn't have taken the country to the heights that we are in today. And regarding the other panelists' remark on my institutions, on the comment on the institutions, yes, it is about the institutions. It is about the new education policy. What more do you want in terms of freedom? And when you ask something to them, this is the narrative that they give. They just point fingers at an edifice which is absolutely foolproof. So they have no argument, they have no story to tell. So I would say that India is poised for great growth, and when Modi Sarkar comes back, and if India Alliance is definitely not an opposition, it doesn't remain an opposition anymore. So therefore, the country is very, very safe in the hands of the NDA government, and I think we're poised to go to great heights from here on.
Okay. Sujata ji, it's not